Let's start with creating a new clipping mask layer directly above the dress base layer. Next, I'll use a Lily 3 brush from my Procreate Studio Vault. I'll set the brush size to 6% and choose the blue for the lilies. Now I'm going to hide the hair so you can see the full illustration. Then I will place the flowers randomly across the dress. This time, let's pick a darker blue to add shading to the dress. I'll create a new layer and choose my Moda For All shading brush. I'll use a 3% brush size. Now I'll color along the line drawings, applying pressure to define the dress outlines and folds. In this step, I'll focus only on the line walk, leaving the other areas untouched. Next, I'll blend color into the remaining areas with lighter pressure. Then I'll create another new layer right above the dress base layer. Now I'm going to pick a very light color and drag it onto the dress. Now let's move to the back layer of the dress. I'll choose a much darker tone than the previous colors. I'm going to hide the model so you can see the back layer clearly. I'll add shading just like this. Finally, I'll select the front layer and use the same color again to deepen shading over the dress outlines and folds. Here, I've named the dress layers in the order of the colors I use so you can recognize them later. Let's select this flower layer and place it over the dress shading layer. Now I'm going to select the Polka Dot brush. So let's use the Polka Dot 2B brush. And I'm going to pick the pre-selected pink color. I'll use a 9% brush size and paint the pattern just like that. Since the color is a bit bright, I'll place it under the shading layer and reduce the opacity. Let's name this layer 5 Polka Dot 2B since I'm using color number 5 from my palette. So here's our dress using the Moda For All shading brush, Lily and Polka Dot brushes. You can also find the brush and color palette links in the description below. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next lesson.